Unfortunately, I always see that Muslims have this idea of we are Muslims now. It doesn't happen to us, you know. Um, Muslims, do we use drugs or do we use alcohol? I work in a rehab part time, and I can tell you that 50% of those children who are in the rehab are Muslims. Trust me, 50% of the children that are in the rehab are Muslims, 50% are non-Muslims. And I know that that is what happens in most other, because I get to talk to people and they tell me that's what happens. So we need to stop this denial or this act of, it doesn't happen to us. Because when I talk outside, I see that, people are like, is it happening to us? In fact, 50% of those people in the rehab that I work that are Muslims, you will be surprised that some of them are conscious Muslims. When I mean conscious Muslims, women who wear the big hijab, who talk with the mashallah and all that, of what we can understand. And they will come in. And I'm like, what went wrong? What happened? Children, teenagers, young adults, 21, 20, 19. One of them started drinking alcohol at 10. One got exposed when he went to a friend's place. Things that when we tell parents, in fact, we used to say we can't tell this one to the parent, we'll say it amongst us. We cannot even dare, because the parents will go into shock. So we should stop living in denial. This thing happens to us. And funny enough, because of the stigma, most rehabs and most places where people can see, but they are ignored and you are lying, you are what. They eventually end up having psychological issues, emotional, social, or physical problem, often lasting into old age. And one thing we need to note is that when a child tells you this, trust me, they never lie. Children never lie with such things. Never. So if a child comes to you and says, Lagbaja is doing this thing or doing something, please dig in deep. They won't lie. Because if you don't attend to it, they are likely going to have psychological, emotional, social, and physical problems later on. I've had, a lot of cases wherein people that are happily married, if a lady was telling me, she said, the day it happened to her, I think she was 20 or 21 or so, she was sent by her mom to go meet the Alpha to collect something. I can't remember what she said she wanted to go and collect from the Alpha. And then she has been going to collect the thing on and off for the mom. So, and then he attempted it that day. In fact, it's God that saved her. Anyway, she was able to, prevent the incident. And when she got home and she told her mom said, she's lying. That if it is true, it is her who seduced the Alpha. Just like we said in the first, that it was her who made the Alpha want to do it. Can you imagine? And this is something, the incident did not traumatize her. It's the fact that she told her mom, and her mom said she was the one who wanted to, that traumatized her. Till today, she still finds it difficult to forgive her mom. And she uses that to do some things that we are, she's working on. So this is something we really need to work on. If a child tells you this, that, please dig in deep into it. We'll elaborate more, inshallah. And then we need to also know that child abuse costs individuals, families, government billions of naira yearly. Somebody who has psychological issues, emotional issues, grows up, is not able to function well at work, loss of capital, loss of labor time, is not able to do a lot of things. Seeking therapy, families of children who have gone into drugs and all that, it costs people a lot of money. So it's better for us to prevent this from happening than for it to happen and then, we begin to look for solution. Child molestation is an adult issue. Everybody is concerned. We need to be concerned.